All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to week number 15. That is right, week number 15 of your 7314 class. As always, I'm your professor, Dr. J.S.K. Austin, and you've made it. This is the end. This is the last check-in video because this is the last week of the course. So we have a few state of the course updates, and I'm going to share something really light about language learning within public libraries. And that will be the end of me for this class. So congratulations, first of all, for you all having made it. I hope you've learned something in this class. I hope you've enjoyed this class. And I do, excuse me, I hope to see excuse me. I hope to see most of you around again in one of my classes in the future. So please make that happen. So, what else do we have for state of the course updates? So, the discussion board prompt number 7 was actually due last week on December the 4th. That was actually a mistake that I made. They're usually that last discussion board prompt is actually usually due on the last week, not the week before last. So I apologize with the due dates there. But if you haven't done it, please go ahead and get that turned in soon. Everything else should be turned in. LibGuide should be turned in. And I am currently in the process of grading those. Everything should be turned in, I should say, except for the semester-long projects, which are due next week. So continue working on those, and I will also be working on. I know I've said this before, but I'll be working on those grading scales and making sure that I adjust the grading scales so that nobody is penalized due to the fact that Dustin Koopman wasn't able to do his session with us this semester. So that is it right there. Once I actually get the grading scale adjusted, I will put an announcement up so that you all know exactly what you needed to get each grade now that we are working on a scale of 97 versus a scale of 100. All right, so with that said, ooh, what is that? Okay, sure. So what I wanted to do with the rest of the time here in this check-in video here is to let you all know that library is one thing that you probably want to make sure that you know, and you probably actually also wanted to tell a few friends and let them know, is that libraries do actually libraries actually do have language learning software. So when people are looking to learn foreign languages, a lot of times what people who are not seasoned will go ahead and do is just point them in the direction of the foreign language materials and the language learning books at the public library. But actually a lot of libraries do have apps or database programs that are also language learning programs or language learning apps. So I am not actually going to explore any of those right now. I'm actually just going to make you all aware of their existence. And what you can do is what you should probably aim to do is, regardless of where you are living or working, make contact with the library and ask them, with your local public library, and ask them, okay, so what are do you have like a language learning software or a language learning app that can be used, or do you just have books? And a lot of times they will have an app or a software or database, and they will point you to that. However, there are still some public libraries that have to rely strictly on books for language learning. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make me small here. And so the language learning app that you will hear probably discussed the most in libraries is Mango. And the reason for that is because Mango, just to keep it real, Mango is a very prominent vendor at library conferences. And so they do, like, those sponsor parties. They've always got tables going. They've always got little things that you can take away, like little trinkets and stuff that you can take from their tables and things like that. So that's what's going on with Mango and why they're so popular, but they're not necessarily the best language learning software. However, they are probably the most prominent and they do have their benefits. One of their benefits is that they have a wide variety of languages. So it's not that you're just going to have your most common languages like your French and your Spanish and your German and maybe either Mandarin or Japanese. Nah, these Mango goes into Yiddish, they go into Swahili, they go into all of those things. So this is something that's actually reviewing Mango in particular, and so they do note that one of the pros of Mango include that there are a wide variety of languages available, culture and grammar notes, and they're free to use through libraries and other institutions. The cons with Mango include that it's not very useful for intermediate or advanced learners. The less popular languages like Swahili do have noticeably shorter courses, and the content can become repetitive. But there are some other language learning apps, and so we're going to click this right here so that you can learn what some of those are. And those do include the main players that I want to bring to your attention here are going to be Duolingo and Rosetta Stone Library Edition. So there is a Rosetta Stone Library Edition that can be used for free at libraries, and I believe that the actual Rosetta Stone software costs like $250 to $500. So if you can get that opportunity to use Rosetta Stone Library Edition, you may want to pounce on that. And then Duolingo, that is I don't even think you need to have a library in order to access Duolingo. You can access that through some other. I think you can actually access that for free over the web, and that's also true with some of these other apps that they're going to be talking about here. Well, they're not all necessarily free. So as you can see, I don't even know how to pronounce that, but Pimsleur, they do have an associated cost. Again, Rosetta Stone has a library edition, so you can, if you found somewhere that doesn't have Mango, they may either have Duolingo or they may have the Rosetta Stone Library Edition. And then you can also see Bazoo is one that some people use, and Babbel is something that I think is actually free and can be used as a free app. So those are your language learning opportunities, foreign language learning opportunities with that you can have with library software. And so again, most libraries, my belief is most public libraries are either using Mango or they're using Duolingo or they're using Rosetta Stone Library Edition. Okay, so you may again want to keep that in mind for those of you who have just wanted to learn a language on your own time, just for fun or as a hobby. You may want to go ahead and give one of these softwares a try. And if you know somebody who is doing that, then you may want to go ahead and tell them about these softwares. So I am going to leave it there. Well, I'm not going to leave it there. I'm going to say my outro stuff. So when it comes to my outro stuff, you all have been a magnificent class. I hope you've learned a lot in this class. I've certainly enjoyed teaching you all, and I've had a lot of opportunities to teach you a lot between the check-in videos and also delivery from the textbook and everything like that. So you really have learned a lot more in this class, and I think you'll realize that you've learned right away, but you'll appreciate some of these things when you actually get into professional practice. That's my belief anyway, and I hope that rings true for all of you. Please, again, I mentioned this in a previous check-in video, but if you're looking to enhance a skill set, please look at either taking my business course in the spring, and that's in the last 8 weeks of the spring semester, so it's a half semester class. Or you can also look at taking the health and medical librarianship course, and that will enhance your skill set for using things like CINAHL and PubMed and some of these other resources that are more health related but that are specialized. Okay. And that's pretty much it. There's no need to belabor this video too long. I just, again, want to tell you all that I thought that the class went well. I really enjoyed having you all, and I hope that you all enjoyed having me and will take me for a class again in the future. So that's pretty much it. And with that said, happy holidays. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your New Year's. Enjoy Ramadan or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate. And I wish you all well, and I do hope that you all have long, promising careers. Take care. I'm Dr. Jace, and you finish the race.